Hi and welcome to today's video tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how I made this really cute top, which is basically just 4 pieces of fabric and a lot of elastic. So if you'd like to see how I did that, just keep on watching. So first here I have my piece of fabric just laying on the floor so you can see the amount that I used. And here I've cut out the 4 pieces that we're going to need. So this is going to be the front part. And this is going to be the back part. And this is the 2 sleeve. So the front piece is a little bit bigger than the back piece because of my bust, so that is why it is a bit curved. So now we're going to sew those 2 pieces together, as you can see here. We're going to do the side seams, just go ahead and sew them together, and I do it just with a straight stitch. So now that that is done, this is what it looks like. Now we're going to do the top hem, and that is this line up here. And I'm going to show you how I do that. So first here, I'm just going to make a line just with a straight stitch across the edge. Just go all the way. And when you're done that, the next step is to turn it to the back side, as you can see here. And then I fold it over. And then I sew as close to the seam that I just did. It's a bit difficult to see right here, but I'm showing you the best that I can. So you're going to look like this. And now, when you sew it all the way, the next step is just to cut off the extra fabric, like this. So we have a really small little line. And now, the last step is just to fold it over one more time and then sew on top of that. So this is what it's going to look like. And this is what I'm going to do. And this is how I'm going to do all of the hems in this project. So now I'm going to just start from the top of my top by sewing the elastic in. So now I just have elastic in my bobbin and I'm just starting with sewing the first line. And I'm just eyeballing the distance from the edge of the fabric. And now here you can see it. So I'm just going to finish doing this line. And then I'm going to do the next. And I put my needle close to the line that I just did, as you can see here. The side is just touching the seam that we just did. So that way it's really easy to make the line, all of the lines the same size and not so... and this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be really tight. So you're just going to continue sewing on lines with that distance all the way down of your piece. As you can see, I've done here, and here is the seam that we did just to connect the 2 front and back pieces. Here I'm trying to show you the seam. It's a little bit difficult to see, but you can kind of see it if you look at the pattern. So here it is. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut it up and cut down a couple of centimeters right here in the seam. Just opening it for this bit, like about 4 centimeters. And then you're going to fold it to the wrong side. And then you're going to do the other seam. Just sew all the way up, but leave the 4 centimeters on the top unsewn. So you have that little gap on each side. So now here I'm going to do the sleeves. And here I've done the first sleeve with elastic, as you can see, and the bottom hemline. So before you do the hemline, there's going to be a gap from the first line. There's going to be 4 centimeters, and then it's going to be 21 centimeters and 36 centimeters to the next line. And then you're going to do the hemline in the bottom of the sleeves, and then you're just going to do another elastic row next to the ones with the measurements that I just told you, and I show you here on the screen, so that it's going to look like this. So now they are the same, and we're going to sew it together in the side seam, just lining it up like this. Now I've already done it on one of the sleeves, and I've left a little gap open for about 4 centimeters. So you want to do that on your other sleeve as well, just sew the sides together but leave the 4 cm gap open. So now you're going to do the hemline on the top of the sleeves, here where the gap is, and you're also going to make 2 rows of elastic, and the first one is going to be 3 cm from your edge after you've done the hemline. Oh, that was the measurement I did. You can do something else if you prefer. Just go ahead and do that, and then your sleeves are done. So now you're just going to attach them. Here I've attached one of them, and this is what it looks like. This is the one that is already sewn on. So now here I'm just gonna match up the 2 gaps by first putting one down in the middle and putting a pin in the middle. Just like that. And then I'm just securing the edges as well, so it becomes this little V. Just like that. So now I just wanted to sew this, and this is what it's gonna look like. So just go ahead and sew here. And when you're done that, you could also do the bottom hemline. I actually tried my on, and it was a bit too long, so I cut some of it off and then I did the hemline. But you can do it how you prefer, however long you prefer it to be. And when you're done with that, your top is completely done. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial, and I hope you're going to try it out. See you next time. Bye.